Yeah, what's the wordy, fellas? You're back with the next episode of the Fleecers Fantasy Football Podcast. Talk to him, talk to him. I got my boy Nigel with me. Say what's up.
What's up? How y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on?
I got my boy Eli Knight. Talk to him.
I don't know what it is.
What's stuff? Getting word. And it's your boy CJ. We're going to jump right into it. We got some NFL news that I wanted to talk to y'all about. Big thing on everybody's timeline right now. Coming in July 19th, the greatest game ever made is coming back to the consoles, and that is NCAA 25. Talk to him. First off, I need to know, when are y'all getting the game when it come out?
I thought you said the greatest game. I thought you were talking about Def Jam Vendetta. I said, boy, hold on now. I know Def Jam now. But yeah, I'm getting the game when it come out. You feel me? Only thing I'm doing is running with Colorado. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh, you going Big Buff? You going
You feel
Buffaloes off
me?
the bat? That boy
You
said
feel
fine.
You feel me? I don't care if Shador is 70 in the game. Throwing the ball with him. You feel me?
Look, they got Travis Hunter as one of the cover artists. So I think and Shador supposed to be a top. He what's it called? He predicted as a first round pick, top 5 actually. That's what Prime said. So
top five where in the NFL draft next year.
that's what Prime say. That's what Coach Prime say.
Look, bro, I love it.
Hey, I think he could replace. I think he could replace damn.
He from your words, he could replace Bo Nix.
You know what's crazy?
He could definitely, or the Raiders, depending on how the Raiders go.
The Raiders. Hey, that'd be a nice little spot. I think that boy would like Oakland. I mean, not Oakland, man. Las Vegas. Shit.
I'm weak. What is I've seen a bunch of tweets. The funniest memes and the funniest videos are when they're talking about like how I'm about to be taking my how I am going to be running out of the tunnel. Oh, and when I take my 2-star my FBS D1 school or the BC or whatever. I don't even know the names of these hoes, but taking them up against the Penn State on the whiteout game with my true freshman QB, telling him, yo, relax, yo, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Calm down.
Bro, that feeling is about to be magnificent, bro. I'm definitely copping that game, bro. First day it dropped. Hey, look. Well, y'all got to hop on, bro. Look, I need to see what the skills looking like, bro. You feel me?
Listen. Pre-ordered. You feel me? July 19th. The funniest things, they'll be like, July 19th, when my boss expects me into work, he's like, not around here, partner.
Yeah. Not
around here, partner.
Hey, but this game doesn't have like that. The HBCU band music playing in the damn game, they would have sold this game. I need a dun. Well, I'm trying to come out. I need my niggas coming out to the game stepping. You feel me? Hey.
Yeah.
I don't think NCAA 25 has HBCUs. Gamers will be able to.
They back. I be stepping in there. You feel me?
They won't be in it, but you can insert your own team, so you can in that. I saw that you got UNC Charlotte's going to be in there.
That sounds racist to me, but regardless,
hey, look, you gonna see
my boy NIL deal about to be $40 million. NIL.
They said they're bringing it back to the roots, like in the Road to Dynasty. You're gonna be you're gonna have to stuff like it's like there's like 4 different categories or like 5 different categories. It's like it's really like being the student athlete, health, fatigue, and shit like that, and also being a student. I remember like NCAA 13, like going in that whole NCAA 7 when you literally had to take tests, you had to do quizzes, like it was math. So it was math, history, and science that you really had to go and like. Yo, if you got the answers wrong, you could be in this. They say in this game you could be academically ineligible. So
if they asking me to answer math questions at NCAA, I'm gonna be ineligible all 4 years. They're gonna have to pack me up. They're gonna have to pack me up.
They say,
No,
hey, if you want that 5-star on the field, nigga, you better study.
study,
Nigga,
boy.
you better study.
But they're gonna have you doing real shit. They might they're like, we need you to write this essay out. I'm like for real, or like is auto generated? Like, no, you
No,
gotta write this out, or you not playing next game.
beginning, middle, and end, ho. And it better have a good hook too.
Bro,
You
better
feel me?
have a good one.
And we grading it, I'm like, oh god, like we really in college. They really got us playing. 90% of the game is gonna be played throughout in school.
Yo, listen. One of my favorite memes is the one that be no, it's a fucking, and so they have it. They have it that they're gonna have like it's all about composure and shit. So like your true freshman gonna have less composure than a seasoned senior. You know what I mean? And the difference between your transfers and shit like that. So it's really gonna be about chemistry building and everything. So I think it's gonna be. But everybody's tight about the fact that Road to Glory don't start in high school this year. That's the tough part.
Hey man,
That's
I don't need to drop 100 on no high schools. Give me the NCAA players. I don't need to drop 100 on my high school.
nigga said, just make sure my NI deal is right, nigga.
You
Just
feel
make
me?
sure my money
I
there.
need my NIL deal to be 100 mil first year, and I don't need to go to the NFL.
That ass. I'm 5 year senior. Talk to me.
For me, I need the same Rolly Shador guy. I'm gonna be at the games. Yo, they need to let you be at the box. You feel me? I'm gonna be on the field
Hey, yo.
like this. I'm like, hey, what's your NIL deal? And they do interviews. I'm like, what's his NIL deal? Oh,
All right.
okay. Get your money up, not
Where,
your funny up.
where he drive to school in?
Where
Oh, all
you got
right.
school in? Like how did that loss impact you? They broke. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
I'm fucking crying. On to the next thing. Also, they released the new Hard Knocks football team that they will be covering this off season, and it is the Chicago Bears. They got your Bears coming up. They said they want Caleb Williams. They want the crowded ass backfield. They want DeAndre Swift. They said we need to see what y'all gonna do. We need the number one pick. We need to see what's gonna happen.
This Caleb Williams propaganda. We're about to do the hard knocks on a 3-win football team. This shit this is disgusting. But you know what? They might not be a 3-win football team. I checked that they schedule. They probably have one of the easier schedules in football. So if they losing, they just truly ass. I'm gonna keep it a
Hey,
stack.
I was about to say, shoot, the way that they speaking, it looked like them Bears. Once
Don't
they
do
took
that.
Caleb, they said
Don't,
lock us into the
don't do that.
playoffs.
Like this is Justin Fields hate and propaganda.
I
You
was gonna
feel me?
say, Eli, talk to your boy. Talk some
So
sense into your
so
boy.
so when Justin Fields lose, we get Keenan Allen. We start bumping up the line. We get the easiest schedule in football. Mm, that's
Look, bro,
nasty. That's
bro,
nasty for y'all
it's not
agendas.
propaganda, bro. They let it be known we want this nigga gone, out of here.
But it's like when he leave,
Once you're gone, bro, we're gonna do good, and
when
that's
you,
what they're showing.
but it's not gonna be because he's gone. It's when you leave, we get a way easier schedule. We get a line. We get another. We get two better receivers. We not winning because Justin Fields gone. We winning because the NFL want to see Chicago do something. They want to see Caleb Williams winning.
Hey, like I said, bro, they took Caleb. They said go ahead, lock us into the playoffs. So I'm gonna see what this hard knocks with them gonna look like, bro.
It's gonna be like,
Let's
yo,
see what Caleb doing.
niggas,
Well,
niggas, they played the Panthers twice, the Chargers twice. What's going
Hey,
on?
we're
don't
gonna
bring no
get.
Panthers into it, man.
I'm weak.
Leave us alone, man.
I just said it. They got the easiest schedule in football, and it's crazy.
Hey man, we're gonna get more into these bets as the season goes on, as we get closer into the season. Because I'm not the biggest betting man. I got my boy Nigel for that, and he more be betting in basketball. But we gonna get into some of these money lines and some of these odds as we get closer into the season. And this might be our little start because they have the over under for the Bears win the total season is 8.5, and 8.5 win season is for the Bears is pretty decent. That's pretty. That's they're basically saying that they're going to win over half their games, and then also, and they're in the NFC North, right? NFC North
Yep.
is the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, and the Lions.
And Lions.
Yep. So I think the Lions are going to be a better team for surely, but in between that second team, so what the Packers are probably the next second favorite, but it's going to be close. You know what I mean? They're pretty young themselves, and then you got the Vikings, new QB. We're gonna see what they're gonna do, and they got a 32-year-old Aaron Jones. I'm lying. He like 29, but we're gonna see. Because like what I'm looking at here, they got an 8.5 win total, and their odds that they have here for them are if you take the over, it's a negative 149 payout. So they're expecting the Vegas is expecting them to win over half their games. That's what everybody's saying.
Because when they play the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes gonna have a hamstring injury. He's not gonna play. But we know how that's gonna happen, bro.
The script the script is already written.
The script is already written. I'm looking at this schedule, and it's fool's gold. It's fool's gold. They played the Houston Texans the first
I was
game.
literally about to pull up. I was literally about to pull up the schedule. I have the schedule right here. I was literally about to say, let's go through this real quick.
It's fool's gold because they play the Texans. You be like, okay, that's a decent game.
Now, I have it's the Titans first. September 8th is the Titans.
That's for the first game.
That's the first game. September 8th. The Texans are second.
Okay, so they play the Titans. That's an easy dub. The Titans. They play the Texans. Okay, cool. That's a more even game. They play the Bills. They play the Bills. And they play the Bengals and they play the Chiefs.
That's a 4-game. That's a
so I see
the
Titans.
That's 4 games.
Wait, hold on. What are you looking at, my boy? I see. That's the That's the preseason. You're looking at the preseason, my guy. So hold on. You're looking at the preseason. September 8th. September 8th is the Titans first, right? Titans. Let's get. I'm gonna give that, but now the Titans.
They playing all the good teams in the preseason. Hold on. This is even worse. TJ, let me say this. They're playing the Titans for the first game. Easy dubs.
Right. Hey, listen.
You play the Texans.
We got Will Levis. You got Will Levis. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You got Calvin Ridley.
Stop it. William Levis. You can stay home.
You might shake something.
And then the Texans. Okay, you want to give CJ Stroud his dues. The Colts.
Hey, Anthony Richardson. Coming off him.
Anthony Richardson probably won't even play that game. He's gonna be hurt.
Listen, bro, I'm not gonna hold you. We don't know what the Bears are gonna do. I don't see those as being easy games. Those could all go 50-50 for me.
Then they play the Rams.
I put the Texans.
The Rams ain't 50-50. The Rams ain't 50-50.
I don't know. The Rams are like that.
And they play the Panthers, the Jaguars, the Commanders, the Cardinals, the Patriots.
Are we gonna give them the Panthers? We'll give them the Panthers. Are we giving them the Panthers? I know Eli.
We're giving them the Panthers, the Jaguars, the Commanders, and the Cardinals. But these teams
are we giving them the Jaguars too?
I don't know if I could give them the Jags.
Are we giving them the Jags? Are we giving them? The Jags?
I don't know if we're giving them the Jags. I'm definitely giving them the Patriots and the Cardinals.
I don't know if I could give them the Cardinals.
Oh man, we're doing.
The Cardinals are a little.
To give it to them, I don't know.
Because they got Marvin Harrison. Because they got Marvin Harrison, bro. But he's saying Kyler's better. He's saying Kyler's better. He's saying Kyler's gonna be better.
Let's keep in mind. They were competitive in some games early in the season before Kyler came back.
But look, outside of the preseason, the only elite team that they play throughout the whole season is the 49ers. There is not another elite team that they play.
Hey man,
they got the Bears. Hold on. The Bears got the Commanders October 27th. The Cardinals, the Patriots.
I think
I give them the Commanders. I give them the Commanders. I think I'm gonna give them the. We don't know how the Bears are gonna come out. The Bears are still a new team, so I think the Cardinals are still 50-50. I will give them the Patriots. Well, let's just say we'll give them the Patriots.
I could give them 3 games so far of what I heard. I could give them the Panthers, Commanders, and Patriots.
But
give them the.
But these are still games that they only play like okay. Even if these are games that you want to go 50-50 on. they only play one elite team. They don't play
The Lions.
The
Ravens.
I
They
think the
play the
Lions are
Lions
gonna. I
twice,
think the
and they play
Lions.
the Packers twice.
Okay, they play two. They don't play the Ravens. They ain't playing the Chiefs. They ain't playing the Bills.
Well,
They
you can
ain't
only
playing
play
none of
so
the.
many niggas in a
They're playing
season.
none of these. Huh?
You can
Nigga
only
said,
play
"I
so
want
many
them to
niggas
go
in
to
a
gauntlet."
season. This ain't the NBA where you probably gonna play. You gonna play every team. You can only play so many teams. You got to
But you ain't
play
gotta
your
play all. But
division
you ain't
2
gotta play
times.
majority
So that's
mid
6
teams
games
and then
gone.
play 2 elite teams in a
Are we
17-game
saying?
season.
So we saying the Lions aren't elite?
I said 2 teams. I said 2 teams. 2 teams.
No, you said.
Lions, and the
The
Lions and
Niners.
49ers.
Are we saying the
Okay.
Packers aren't elite?
Come on, bro.
Elite, elite, elite,
Elite is a strong.
elite,
Elite is a strong
elite is
word.
strong. I'm a
I
give.
mean, we
I'm still
talking
saying the
about a
Packers. I'm still
team.
saying the Packers gonna beat them.
We talking about a
Have
team
and
that
the Packers can still beat them, but they're not elite. They were playing 15 winnable games, and
Let Eli
they're
get it.
playing two.
Let Eli
They're
get his
playing
point
two.
off.
whoa,
Let
whoa, whoa,
Eli
whoa,
get his
whoa,
point
whoa,
off. Let Eli get
Go
it
ahead.
because I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Tell me how the
Packers.
Packers are elite.
We're gonna say that the Packers aren't elite, and literally they were probably like what couple plays away from beating the 49ers. They had the 49ers until they just stopped doing what they were supposed to do. Just the same way that the Lions were. We saw the Packers go to Dallas and whip down on them Cowboys. They did just about the
That
same
ain't
thing with the
hard.
Cowboys.
49ers.
That's the
That ain't hard.
Cowboys. That's the
They
stop.
ain't never won that.
Yeah,
They weren't meant to win
they
that.
But what I'm
made it
saying
up.
is, if
It
we're
was a
looking at,
give me. It was a give me. It was a
but
give
if
me.
we're looking at the Lions, like they're an elite team and they did the same thing to the 49ers, right? It started going to play calling and we're like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Packers had the same thing. How are they not considered elite? Now, I'm not saying that 49ers and Lions are at the top. Packers got to be up there, man. Packers got to be up there. You got to,
If
hey, you better put some respect on that
it,
boy J Love, man.
Hey
Tell
man,
him.
if that's the standard of which we're going to say that these Chicago Bears are having a tough schedule or whatever schedule you want to give them, then you can have it.
Hey, look, I'm just
This
saying.
schedule is very mid. This
Hey, look,
schedule is
I'm just
very
saying.
mid.
Those
And
four
I see the
games
propaganda. That's
between
all
two
I'm saying.
teams, 4 games between 2 teams aren't given. The 49ers, and then you got some other games. I can't say those are givens. You know, they
I'm just
might win
gonna
a
hold
game,
you.
but I think it's
That is
gonna be a
that.
tough 8 wins.
That's a tough 8 win. I think they're gonna have to work. They must.
Yeah,
The Viking. I mean, Vegas better know something that we don't. They better come out hitting.
yeah.
They better come out hitting. Because if they're giving them the Colts they got to be giving them the Colts and the Rams,
Oh
which I don't think are given games.
no, you know, could they win them? Yes,
The
because they
fact that
have
y'all
the
think
offensive
Anthony
power,
Richardson gonna play more
but
than 3
it's
games
not
this
a
season
given.
crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Relax, nigga. Relax, nigga. He not getting hurt 2 times in a row like that. Relax. Calm down.
I call him Anthony Day to Day Richardson. You feel me? He play day to day.
Relax.
He's your day to day player. You feel me?
Hey, look. He not going out 2 years sad like that. He not going out 2 years sad like that. They'll put the guardian cap on Buddy before they let that happen.
And they gonna have that shoulder. They be getting hurt. It's all
They're gonna
right.
put that nigga in bubble
They
wrap.
got the Bears. They got the Bears. Negative 106 to make the playoffs, which is like they're barely giving, like not barely giving them, because like the closer you are to the zero is more like 50-50 type of deal. But if they're
Yeah.
negative, they're saying they're more than likely going to the playoffs, which I think is tough. I think that's tough. I still would have given them a plus. You know what I mean? They got a plus 320 to win the NFC North, and then they got a plus 4,000 to make the Super Bowl. So shit, if you believe in them niggas like that, they went 7-10 last year. They were 5-3 away. They were 5-3 at home, and away they only won 2 games. The Bears put up a 3-1 record as the favorites and were 4-9 as underdogs. So I mean, when they're favored, they're scheduled to win. Hey man, Caleb Williams better come out and show me something the way they got them going like this. Hold on.
He ain't gonna have to. That's schedule they got.
According to their opponents' combined win total last year, the Bears have the 4th easiest schedule this year in the NFL.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I was saying it, but you know, everybody was like, "But hey man, the Commanders and the Packers, man. Yeah, hey man, they ain't give me games. These niggas trash."
I didn't say nothing about no damn Commanders. I said the Packers.
I was flexing a little bit, but
it
Come on now.
says
We're talking about a team that was, a couple plays away from being in the NFC Championship, and we were going to have the Lions and the Packers in the NFC Championship.
But
based on the opponent's projected win total this year, the Chicago will be facing the 17th ranked in terms of toughness. The Bears have 10 games scheduled against teams that finished with a winning record in 2023, including 3 teams that had 12 or more wins and 4 with less than 6 wins last year. That's what I'm seeing. That last part right there is what I'm like, I don't see it being as easy as niggas is saying. But hey, Caleb and Rome are doing it. Show me something.
I mean, we'll see how they start the beginning of the season. We're gonna see.
They also picked up Gerald Everett as a tight end. I didn't even know that.
Solid.
Mm-hmm. That is solid. That is solid. And they got Kevin Bard from and they got Jonathan Owens. Is Jonathan Owens, isn't that Simone Biles' husband? Am I tripping?
I'm not too sure.
All right, Owens. Oh yeah, it is. He is. He not Jonathan Owens. He's Simone Biles' husband. That's a whole nother. So that should be funny. They be on Buddy Neck. They be on Buddy Neck. They be on Buddy Neck. He said he didn't know who Simone Biles was before.
No, nigga, we don't know who you are. Come on now. Put some
Stop the cat.
Come on now.
Stop the cat.
Decorated Olympian, man. Nigga, we don't know who you are. No
but
disrespect. You in the league, but we don't know who you are.
But hey, man, word to the Chicago Bears, man. Hey, I'll be tuning in. I tune in every year to the Hard Knocks, so I'll be tuning in. But you know what happened to that last QB that was on Hard Knocks? Yeah, that boy Aaron Rodgers came out with the American flag and gave up the greatest highlights of the season. 1 play, 2 plays, 3 plays, maybe something like that. But anyway, into the crux of our episode. We're talking about sleepers, man. We're talking about sleepers. We got 3 categories that we're gonna go through. We got your light sleeps, your day naps. You feel me? You just had to close your eyes a little bit. You're not even really in the cycle for real. And then we're gonna get into your regular 6 to 8. Everybody knows about them. Your regular sleepers that you probably are people know about. Cool. Then you got, you feel me? Then you got you've been up for 24 hours. You got your phone on D&D, do not disturb, and you sleeping for them good 12. Like, don't talk to me tomorrow. I'm sleep all day tomorrow. You feel me? You went to bed if you pulled the all-nighter, you went to bed at 5, 6, 7, and you said, I'm done for the day. You feel me? So I want to start it off. I want to start it off with the light sleep. I'll start it off for real. Bro, in my light sleepers, we done talked about them mad times. We done talked about it a little bit in our last episode and a few episodes. I'm gonna go with your boy Cooper Kupp in the light sleep. Not too many. Everybody knows about him. It's not too crazy, but I feel like they have been sleeping on your boy for a good for too long. Like I said, I like them boys with a chip on their shoulder. My man is coming off an injury. This is going to be a good, healthy season for the boy. And you can get Cooper Kupp. You can get Cooper Kupp as late as the 5th round in some drafts. I've seen him as early as the 4th, and I've seen them slide anywhere to that 5th to 6th round turn in certain drafts. You feel me? Can Cooper Kupp in our mock draft, our latest, which we will be updating shortly. We will be having our next episode with a new mock draft update. Cooper Kupp went boom bap. Cooper Kupp is the 25th receiver off our board, and he went 5th round, 4th pick. He went behind the likes of He went behind the likes of Tank Dell, Debo Samuel, Michael Pittman, even Malik Neighbors, and DK. I'm taking Cooper Kupp over all those boys. So if you sleeping on Cooper Kupp and let that boy slide, I'm a pick Buddy up real quickly. Everybody's on Puka Nakua's nutsack. You know what I mean? He rookie phenom. as your boy Nigel will call it, a little bit of a Linsanity run, and they sleeping on your boy Cooper Kupp. You feel me?
We've seen it before. We've seen Linsanity before.
I'm weak. They got Cooper. If you go to Fantasy Pros, they got Cooper Kupp as a tier 4 receiver, and they have him behind the likes. They have him behind the likes of the people that I named. Also, they got him behind Jalen Waddle. They got him behind Devontae Smith, but they have him in front of the likes of Keenan Allen, T. Higgins. So that's around they got him as a 23rd receiver off the board. What do y'all think about Cooper Kupp?
Okay. I think Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp is going to be he's going to get the most fantasy points on his team this season. We're not going for that damn. We're not going for Linsanity. I like to call him the NFL's Michael Carter Williams. We're not going for none of that. We're not going for that fake run that he had with that unhealthy Cooper Kupp. But when Cooper Kupp is back playing and he's the best receiver on his team, and people that are choosing Puka Nacua in the first round over the likes of who they're picking him over, I'm not even gonna say their names. Then they're gonna be like, "Damn, did I just waste my first pick on a number 2 receiver?" They're gonna lose, and they're gonna lose their fantasy league. And you know what? I'm gonna be on the fleecers, and I'm like, Eli let y'all get fleeced. He talked y'all into picking Puka Nacua over number 1 receivers. That's like picking Jordan Addison over Tyreek Hill, because we've seen him play without Jay Jettis. It's insanity, but it's okay.
Okay, so if we talking first, number 1 receivers on the team, would you rather take Cooper Kupp in the first round over Puka?
Whoa! This is not first round. This is sleepers. You're not. I'm definitely not taking. I'm definitely not taking Cooper in the first.
He said that Cooper is
I
that
wouldn't take
number 1.
Puka in the first round. So that go hand in hand.
I
I would
wouldn't
take
take.
Cooper
I,
Kupp
would,
over
I
Puka.
probably
So
wouldn't take Puka in the first round either.
are you taking Cooper over Puka? No matter what round.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
And we drafted.
He said, yeah, you're bugged.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, you're bugged, though.
You're bugging. But
They
all right.
they said, listen, they said last year they got this little blurb. They got this little blurb
I'm
on
taking
Cooper
Devontae
Kupp.
Smith over Puka. I don't know what to tell you.
He said, many will point out to the injuries that Cooper Kupp has dealt with throughout the season as a reason to be concerned with him moving forward. He hasn't looked like himself all season, and he will be 31 in 2024. That boy said, I'm about to come back and show y'all niggas what old niggas can do. He missed an average of 6 games over the last 2 seasons, and a lot of his production has been salvaged by 5 receiving touchdowns. Posted a career low yards per route run at 1.77. Coop was wide receiver 27 in points per game in 2023, despite a 26% target share. That's the number that I'm looking at right there. With that boy being healthy, he not missing 6 games next year, and I still think he's gonna be a touchdown hog. I think they're gonna get down the field with your boy Puka, but I also think Cooper Kupp is still gonna score touchdowns, and he's still gonna command a good target share. So because it's just Puka and him, it's just them. So you know what I mean. If they're focusing more, boy, man, it's gonna be hard to guard that man 1-on-1 still, I believe. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro, I think Cooper is going to be a great steal in that round 5. I mean, bro, like you said, it's Puka, Cooper, and who else are they throwing to? And Kyron's already dealing with foot injuries, so we don't know what Blake Corum is specifically going to look like. You hope that Kyron is healthy, so that way they at least have a balanced offense. But in the passing game, it's going to go through Puka and Cooper. I don't even see them as like a wide receiver 1. And then you're like, yeah, wide receiver 2. I really see it as like a 1A, 1B type of solution. Kind of like a Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, where you're like, yeah, both could probably get you like 20 points in a game. Both of them at the same time. And you're like, yeah, bro, I'm cool with having either one. You're going to take Puka earlier because, one, he's the younger receiver, bro. He just went for, 1,400 yards last year. And I mean, bro, he's a rookie, so he's only going to get better. But if you don't have a chance to snag Puka, in the towards the end of the first, say like early second, you're like, damn, bro, I need a wide receiver 2, or even I got my wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. I'm in the 5th round. I need a flex. Boy, I would love Cooper Cup at my wide receiver
Talk
2
to him.
flex. For real.
Talk to him.
No, that's not bad.
Talk to him.
That's not bad.
Talk to him. Who next? Who?
I'll let y'all
Throw your
go.
line.
My very very light sleeper because people might already know what it is. I'm going Kyle Pitts, man. Uh,
Ooh.
I've seen what Big Kirko has done with the likes of T.J. Hawkinson, and obviously Kyle Pitts was the tight end prospect. He was just getting past the ball to him via Desmond DeFraud Ritter. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible football being played. It was terrible
We
football. But
we
no,
already talked, and we definitely talked about Buddy. We already went over his uncatchables, his
yeah, you feel
uncatchables
me?
last season.
We've already went like there's no need to go over. Like we already went over like everything that revolving around Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has a very strong case to be tight end 1 this year. So yeah, and I've seen where he was going. Yeah, I think Kyle Pitts is being heavily slept on as a tight end. So if you can pick him
Listen,
up in them, what round did he go in? What round did Kyle Pitts go in?
in our draft, Kyle Pitts went in the 8th round, and
Mm,
he was the 7th tight end off the board. Fantasy Pros has him average draft position somewhere around the 6th tight end off the board. Um, Let me see what they got here. Pitts was railroaded yet again last year by Arthur Smith as he played most of the season at less than 100%. And he was hurt last year.
You feel me? I'm saying Kyle Pitts, getting your tight end 1 in the 8th round, getting the tight end 1 in the league in the 8th round is immense value. So
yeah.
If you're missing on the top 4, like we already said, Laporta, Kelsey, McBride, and Andrews, you could wait a good minute. You could wait a good minute.
I agree with that. I can't argue.
Um, they said Pitts finished as a tight end 16 in fantasy points last year, and the 15th in expected fantasy points per game. Much of this can be attributed to his minuscule touchdown production, only 3, and a non-existent red zone role. When Pitts lagged in yards per reception, and I don't even know what that is, he still flashed in one of the metrics as I look for projecting talent and the ceiling at tight end positions, and that is yard per reception. Yards per route run versus man coverage last year. Pitts ranked 7th in this metric, immediately behind Travis Kelsey. With a revamped offensive system and a clean bill of health and an improved quarterback play, Pitts is set to soar this season.
Yeah.
I like it.
Eli, who's your light sleeper?
Yeah, man. Shoot, man. My light sleeper, the boy in Jacksonville, man. Travis Etienne.
Hey,
Travis Etienne, man.
okay, I like it.
Travis
Let me
Etienne,
get you.
man, because I think in our draft, let's see, that boy went in the 5th round. Right. So he went after kind of like your top 3 running backs, Christian, Bijan, Jameer, and Brees. So top 4. He went after Kyron,
He he's the
Jonathan
9th
Taylor.
in our mock. He's the 9th running back off the board.
Yeah. I mean, what did he finish last year? I think he finished like 3rd in fantasy points. So to get a guy that finished top 5 in fantasy points last season, now I'm not saying he's going to do that again, but a guy that finished top 5 in fantasy points last season, you get him in the 5th round. I think, bro, that's a good steal. Especially if you already got your RB1, or if you need him to be your RB1. I think he could kind of carry you a decent amount. So getting
Yeah.
like a fringe RB1 in the 5th round, because it starts to get a little dead zone within that time.
They have him as the average draft position in most drafts. He's going as the 11th running back. You feel me? So that's
Hey,
some
look,
big time. That's some big time stuff.
I like it though. I like it. That's good value. I think the RB dead zone is kind of extended a little bit more than what it's been in years past, just because everybody kind of tends to go more receiver heavy and kind of QB heavy now.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be able to get a top 10, top 15 running back within that dead zone, or what it used to be.
So they have. Let me get to. I need this in. PPR. In PPR, your boy Travis Etienne finished in total points per game 282, and he finishes the third running back. And in, I'm sorry, and that was in total points. And in points per game, he finished. Let's take out Devon Achane. He finished as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You feel me? So getting your 11th, getting your maybe your second running back, and maybe him being your goddamn maybe finishing as a top 3, top 5.
Yeah.
No, that's
Go
nice.
wrong with that. And I think that Jacksonville offense is going to be a little bit better. I think Trevor Lawrence will probably take, a step forward. I think having Brian Thomas opens up the field a little bit, having Gabe Thomas opens up the field a little bit. A
Big
healthy
on it.
Christian Kirk, a healthy
Big
Evan
on it.
Ingram. I mean, I like it, man. He's a running back in a good offense that will have majority of the touches.
You feel me? And so what I see here is they said from a top-down view, Etienne's 2023 season looks like a smashing success as he was the RB7 in fantasy points per game. I think that's in standard scoring, which I think is to them, I want to say is half PPR. No, I think it looks like no. It looks like their standard is non PPR. So non PPR means they don't count catches. So if you're in a PPR league, that boy is bumped up
immensely. Yeah.
You feel me? So boom boom bap. Yeah. He had logging 325 touches and 1,484 total yards and 12 total touchdowns. If you watched him last year, you know that weekly performance left something to be desired down the stretch, and it was a Jekyll and Hyde type of turnout. In weeks 1 through 8, he averaged 22.3 touches on 106 total yards, and as RB4 as points per game. After week 9, he saw a big dip in his production as he averaged only 16.3 touches. For the rest of the season, it was RB22. Etienne deserves to be in the RB1 conversation, but we can't ignore the splits and the Jaguars' offensive line that finished in the 32nd of fantasy points rush grade and adjusted yards before contact per attempt. Etienne could easily improve upon last year's stats in 2024, but the Jaguars have some work up front this season. So, take it when you say light sleep.
Didn't they improve their line in the offseason? Didn't they get somebody?
I think they're working on it. They definitely did, but what it is Etienne being your second running back off the board is a when you're going with your sleepers, you're looking at the upside, and the upside for Travis Etienne is pretty big. So I like it. Moving into your regular sleep. You're going to bed. This is you finished work. You had your 9 to 5. You went to the gym. You ate dinner. You're going to bed at 10 o'clock. This is your typical regular sleep. You're 6 to 8. And you're getting back up for the next day. You know what I mean? So now, with that being said, I'll start it off. And y'all know I like this boy a lot. I'm gonna go with that boy. I'm gonna go with that boy Alvin. I'm gonna go with that boy Alvin the Chipmunk Kamara. You feel me? I'm telling you right now. And it's not just the locks. Even though your boy, I truly feel like I think Alvin Kamara got still another. I was looking up his contract. He got his contract going until he has another 2 years left on his contract, which they probably will do something maybe next year with it. But Alvin Kamara, I watched that man last year, and I got him in the 6th round last year, and this year he went in our mock draft. Alvin Kamara was in the 6th round again as the 9th pick. He was the 18th running back off the board. He went behind running backs like Aaron Jones, James Cook, and Kenneth Walker. Even Jonathan Brooks was picked ahead of him, and Isaiah Pacheco was picked ahead of him. So he will fall. He will fall in your draft because people aren't really feeling him. While I think the rushing efficiency is probably down because the Saints offense is just garbaggio. They do have a new offensive coordinator, but Derek Carr likes to throw to that boy. He likes to check down. So I think Alvin Kamara is still going to get those touches, and he's still going to get those catches. And so I think Alvin Kamara is a nice sleeper that people are he's 28. I think he'll be 29 this season. So I think he's still I think he's still got some juice left in the tank to take all those catches, them good screens, and them good little check downs. They're still going to work for him, and I think he's going to be nice. Let me see. They said Alvin Kamara retained his every down role last year, despite the team drafting Keandre Miller, and they still got Jamal Williams. I think Alvin Kamara is still going to command that backfield.
Yeah,
heavy. Um, so Kamara. So we'll see if Kamara can hold him off in 2024. But at least expect Kamara to be a workhorse, maybe not a bell cow. Last year, Kamara was the 10th in opportunity share, 8th in Wade opportunities, and 9th in red zone touches. While Kamara's rushing prowess took another massive hit, like I said, 40th out of 49th qualifying backs and missed tackles forced per attempt per fantasy points data, his receiving chops still remain strong. Last year, out of 60 qualifying backs, he ranked first in target share, 18%.
Yeah.
In the 6th round, easy money. And 6th in yards per route run. Kamara might not have the same bounce in his step as he did run during his Drew Brees era, but his pass game and high leverage usage in 2024 should keep him firmly planted in the RB1 ranks. You feel me? So
Big Al.
Big Alvin Kamara in the 6th round. I think that's, and we're still we're talking about your second running back here. We're not talking these. You feel me? Yeah. Good little sleep. You don't gotta do too much to try to get him. I think he's gonna fall pretty much in a lot of drafts. And I don't see him going no earlier than the 6th round, ever.
Nah, not at this point.
So I think. Talk to me.
I'm about to say, Eli, what is your sleeper?
All right, man. Let me go ahead to that boy in Tampa Bay, man. Let me go to my old reliable man, Chris Godwin. All right, my boy Chris has held me down in fantasy for a couple seasons at this point, but I think he went somewhere. I think in the 6th or 7th round in our mock draft, man. And one, he already had 1,000 yards last season. You know, he started to really kind of click with Baker towards the end of last season. Now I know they lost the offensive coordinator. But I think I saw like a report that he's going to be going back primarily to the slot, and that's when he was really cooking back with like Tom Brady. And I'm not saying Baker's Tom Brady, but putting your boy back in a spot where he was really eating, I think is going to help him out a lot, man. So I think trying to get that boy in the 6th, 7th round, maybe even in the 8th if he slides that far back. Bro, I think that's going to be a steal, man. I think he could probably be a top 25 receiver again, because I think he only had two receiving touchdowns last season, and I think Mike Evans had about 13 or something. So I think Mike Evans' touchdown production will go down just a little bit, but I think that will also relate with Chris Godwin's touchdown uptick going up. And I think Baker's just going to be a little more comfortable throwing to them boys this season. He's got his confidence back. He led them to the playoffs. So, that boy going to strap up. You know what? Let me go ahead and sling that thing just a little bit more to y'all boys.
Hold on. Where the hell is Chris Godwin in here? Hold on. Okay, they got Chris Godwin. They got Chris Godwin in tier 5. They got him as the 35th wide receiver off the board. Where did Chris Godwin go on?
That's nasty work.
Chris Godwin went in our mock draft. He was the 40th pick off the board. You feel me? And in the 8th round. So you feel me? So
I think that's great value.
Good sleep. Let me go read the blurb on Chris. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Chris Godwin looking forward to playing more in the slot this season. I like that. Chris Godwin added that playing on the inside lets him be more creative and to be more involved in the run game without being so obvious. He has received over 1,000 yards receiving in each of the past 3 seasons, though he could have a season closer to his breakout 2019 when he is hauled over 1,300 and 9 touchdowns if he plays primarily in the slot all year.
I like that. Come on
They say his average draft position is wide receiver 39. Chris Godwin's 2023 season was marked by high volume but low touchdown production, catching only 3 touchdowns despite leading the Buccaneers in receptions and receiving yards. His target share was comparable to Mike Evans, but he struggled to convert opportunities into fantasy points, finishing outside the top 36 receivers in fantasy scoring. However, the potential changes in the offensive scheme and Evans potentially regressing, Godwin could see a bounce back year, especially if he returns to the full-time slot, as suggested by new OC Liam Cohen.
Yeah, okay.
I like it.
They got a plan for him. Put that boy back in the slot and let him eat.
I like it. Nigel, talk to him.
My second sleeper, which is
your regular sleep. You're not. You feel me?
My regular little 9 to 5 sleep is it's 2 people. It's the Jets receiving core, man.
You said the whole Jets receiving core. Okay, talk to me.
It's mainly like Malachi and Garrett.
That's your regular sleep. That sounds deep to me. I don't even know who the niggas are.
You feel me? But it's more like it's not deep. Just seeing that I looked at the list. I don't think Malachi Coley went off the board for us in our mock draft. And
that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, you feel me? And
that's how deep that is.
And Garrett went around the second. Garrett went probably like, if not the first round, like in the beginning of the second round.
This man Nigel, deep sleepers is probably in the college right now.
Hey man, and it is. You feel me? But listen, Garrett is probably gonna have I'm almost certain he's gonna have a top 3 wide receiver season this season. Like there's only probably gonna be 2 wide receivers better than him this season. And Malachi Coley, you saw how excited they were to pick him up. They're ready to put him in the game. He's gonna be the quick dump off whenever Aaron Rodgers sees himself in pressure. He obviously is a yak king. They already compare him to buddy from Green Bay that Aaron Rodgers had, Randall Cobb. They're gonna use. They already said they're gonna use him in that role. And Aaron Rodgers is used to playing with a wide receiver like that. They're gonna rack up a lot of fantasy points as a duo. So that's like I know, like, see, the only reason why it's my mid because Garrett is already up there and Malachi is down here.
A guy that's going, top of the second round, that can't be a sleeper, dog.
I was saying,
nigga, you're awake.
Malachi Corley is the 87th receiver off the board. They got him along amongst the likes of Kendrick Bourne, Jonathan Mingo, and Zay Jones.
Get out of here.
I mean, bro, he a rookie. You got to prove it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even. They have him average draft pick as the 75th. Malachi Corley demonstrated consistent productivity at Western Kentucky, particularly excelling in creating yards after the catch. Despite his smaller stature and his thick frame allowed him to navigate through defenses effectively. However, concerns arise regarding his play style being more akin to a running back than a traditional receiver. Coupled with doubts about the Jets' offense creativity, Corley potentially might be limited in their system despite being a third-round pick. Exercise some caution. We'll see.
I mean, look, he going exactly where you would expect the third-round rookie to go. I'm not saying he can't exceed that, but
yeah, for sure.
You gotta see what he could do.
Facts.
This was the same drafting profile on Randall Cobb, by the way. So like, I'm like, and I've seen what Aaron Rodgers did with him. So like, it'd be far fetched to me not to believe that Aaron Rodgers, with the same exact type of receiver, wouldn't be able to do the same thing.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna put Nigel. He don't got no regular sleep. He be sleep all day. This is the deep. He got 2 deep sleepers because I can't wait to hear your deep one. Boom. Let's run up into it. We got about 10 more minutes left. Let's get into deep sleep. Deep sleep. Phone on do not disturb. You pulled the all-nighter. I'm rocking with your boy, and I promise you, by the time the season starts, he won't be a deep sleeper. He's probably gonna be in your regular sleep. And it's your boy Zamir White. Again, you're gonna hear me always talk about this man. The And listen, what I'm gonna say is every time we talk about Zamir White, I'm gonna say the same thing. The last 4 games of the season when he became the only running back in the Raiders, and they didn't draft another running back, or they did like in the 6th or 7th round or some shit, bro. That man Zamir White averaged 23 rush attempts a game. 23 rush attempts a game. I don't know anybody that's doing that shit no more. So with that being said, and the Raiders they got Gardner Minshew and fucking Aiden O'Connell. Them niggas is gonna be. They damn near might bring out the wing tee on these hoes. I swear to God, they really are gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball 60 to 75% of the game, and they don't have any other running back except this man Zamir White. And so, and in those last 4 games, that man, I think his lowest turnout was 17 points, and his highest turnout was like 24, 25. And if we're talking about PPR, just being like Kyron Williams played like 95% of the snaps last year with the Rams, and we see how he turned out. I think Zamir White's going to post up somewhere around that 80, 85. And with touches like that, I can't wait to see that boy fall. He is the 20 on Fantasy Pros. He's the 23rd running back, and in our draft, that boy went 33rd running back off the board, all the way in the 12th round. He's not going in the 12th round when we get close to the season. I can guarantee you that he'll probably be somewhere around that 7, 8 ish kind of turn, and I'll be looking for him for surely. Let me see. We got Zamir White proved capable of carrying the mail last year and should be the Raiders' workhorse in 2024. In weeks 15 through 18, he averaged 23.3 touches and 114 total yards, and as the RB12 in fantasy points per game. During this cup of coffee as a team starter, amongst 41 qualifying backs, he ranked 13 in explosive run rate, 6th in yards after contact per attempt, and 17th in success rate. With Josh Jacobs heading to Cheesehead Town, White should be a volume-driven RB2 with upside in 2024.
Gotta love it.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that boy in the deep sleep. He won't be a deep sleep by the time we get back to the draft, but you'll see him. I'll be drafting a lot of Zamir White, and amongst them, a lot of my leagues. Talk to him, Eli. Talk to him.
Hey, my deep sleep. He is definitely not going to be a sleeper, but in our mock draft, he slid down tremendously. I'm talking about that boy in the desert, Kyler Murray, man. That man went in the 10th round in our mock draft. Any other draft, he is not making it to the 10th round. He's going to be a QB that could finish out top 5 and could possibly finish out with the number 1 overall QB position just from the upgrade he got at receiver with Marvin Harrison Jr. He got a nice little upgrade in the backfield. You know, he still got James Conner, but now he got that boy Trey Benson from Florida State, run a 4.3 40, about 6'1", 6'2", 2 something. He still got Trey McBride. He's coming back healthy off of that ACL tear. I think the O-line is going to be improved. And Kyler Murray was starting to ball out towards the end of last season, man. So you talking about if you don't get, say, your top 3, right? You don't get the Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. Say if you can't even get the Anthony Richardson, those guys that really give you that great upside. If you wait, you don't slide them, you go ahead, get some top-end talent at receiver, running back, tight end, whatever. Maybe I think Kyler will probably be more in like that 6, 7 round, maybe even like 8. Because I feel like some people will probably, want to take, obviously, your CJ Stroud, probably Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow. They'll probably lean more towards him, and maybe even Jordan Love, right? So you're talking of what, maybe around 8, 9 QBs that people might feel a little more tendency to grab more than Kyler. Well, you go ahead and snag Kyler. You might have a QB that can finish out better than all of them.
I like it. I do like it. He is they say the average draft position of him will be the 10th QB off the board. expert consensus ranking is QB9, and our mock he went QB10 behind Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, and in front of Jordan Love and Caleb Williams. I think you're spot on. I think you're spot on. I would definitely draft Kyler Murray over Justin Herbert. I think fucking Harbaugh is gonna have them running the ball. I think they're gonna turn the Los Angeles Chargers into the Michigan Chargers. So I like it. I like it definitely over him, and I think him and Dak. Even though I hate to say it, I hate Dak. I hate the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott do be slinging that thing, so it's gonna be tough between Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love. You know what I mean? But I have all three of them ahead of Justin Herbert. So, so I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see what the blurb says. Bap. Murray immediately reinserted himself into the QB1 conversation in fantasy last year. He finished as the QB9 in fantasy points per game while struggling as a passer. Among 45 qualifying passers last season, he was 38th in completed pass over expectation, I believe. That's CPOE. 35th in highly accurate throw rate and had the 9th highest off-target rate. It wasn't pretty, but for fantasy purposes, he smoothed over those rough edges with rushing ranking 9th in rushing yards per game, 10th in carries per game, and 9th in red zone carries per game. Murray has displayed serious arm talent in the NFL previously, so we're expecting a bounce back with his passing. Last year we saw his floor, which is still QB1 in fantasy. In 2020, we saw the ceiling look like QB3. Murray would be one of the most drafted players in 2024.
The guy that
I like it.
QB1.
I like it. 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 I don't know. It's gonna be. QBs are gonna be interesting this year. It's definitely gonna be. Bless you, my boy. It's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be a risk that you're gonna willing to take. Are you gonna take the QBs in that third, fourth, fifth round, or are you gonna slide and try to take somebody in that seventh or eighth and see what you're rocking with? So it's gonna be choose wisely. Choose wisely. Talk to me, Nigel.
I'm trying to make this quick and brief, and I got a little bit of time. I know this is. I know y'all gonna think. This is my dynasty bias talking, but I do a lot of extensive research on these players. But my third one is Brian Thomas. I believe there's gonna be two rookies that finish with that finish
That's
with
a deep sleep.
That's
a deep sleep.
Malachi Corley is in a coma.
Yeah. I feel like there gonna be two rookies that finish with 1,000-yard seasons, and that's gonna be Marvin Harrison and Brian Thomas. I feel like he's gonna come in and be that number one receiver off the jump. He like Trevor Lawrence is a big play quarterback, and this is gonna be his first big play player. So like he's gonna want to throw it deep. Brian Thomas is gonna be that person going deep. Like it's they're probably him and Marvin Harrison are gonna be competing. Granted, I know Malik Neighbors, and I think Malik Neighbors and Rome are better than Brian Thomas, but in terms of situation, I think he's in the best situation to have that wide receiver one season. So he's my sleeper. He's my sleeper.
Okay. Brian Thomas in our mock draft, or let's do this. Fantasy Pros has him as the 54th receiver off the board, along the likes around Romeo Dobbs, Curtis Samuel, Brandon Cooks, and Jared Judy, and Jahan Dotson. He has, and then boom. Where did he go in our league? In our draft, Brian Thomas went in the 10th round as the 44th receiver. They have him in front of Jameson Williams, Christian Watson, and Tyler Lockett. Boom. Bap. Let me look at the blurb. Follow the trade down with the Vikings. The Jaguars selected Brian Thomas with the 23rd overall pick in the 2024 draft. Boom. Bap. He's projected to have 62 receptions, 850 yards, 5 touchdowns. Depending on them TDs, how them TDs are looking, maybe it could be a wide receiver, low wide receiver too, and depending on if you're in a 3 receiver league, definitely somebody to look at. Brian Thomas Jr. emerged as a force in his junior year at LSU, boasting a 33% dominator rating and leading the FBS with 17 touchdowns. Standing at 6'4", 205, he possesses the size and speed of a boundary X receiver, evidenced by his impressive college production. Despite not being the primary target, Thomas still earned 24% dominator rating, competing for catches with fellow standout Malik Neighbors. Drafted by the Jaguars in the first round of 2024 NFL Draft, Thomas has the opportunity to absorb a significant portion of targets left by departing players. Calvin Ridley and Zay Jones. Them targets got to go somewhere, potentially exceeding 100 targets. I like that. While he offers a high-end splash week potential, his weekly consistency may vary due to Jacksonville's diverse offensive weapons. So, hey, if you're in a 3-receiver league, I definitely like him I definitely see that as a good late round steal. He could be a potential number 1 on the team. So, I like it.
If you get a guy that can start to come on late in the season, you don't really need him early in the season, but if he starts to come on late, once you start to get into, the fantasy playoffs and you start to see him kind of hit that 15 points just about every game or so, hey, that's a good steal.
I'm weak. I'm weak. Alrighty. We have reached the end of the Fleecers Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm going to leave y'all off with one surprising fact that I just learned today. I just wondered, did you know that snakes could predict earthquakes? I don't know. I don't know how that is, but I just looked it up, and I just want to leave y'all off with that.
I kind of knew that. I
did.
I feel I got an ex that said she knew when earthquakes was coming, so I figured.
I love it. Hey, it's your boy CJ. I got my boy Nigel. Talk to him.
What's up? You already know, man. Brian Thomas, man.
I got my boy Eli. Talk to him.
Come on, man. You know it.
And this is the end of the Fleecers Fantasy Football Podcast. Peace.